Class, if you're looking for a sport that's for anyone, archery's for you. According to archerytrade.org, common sports like soccer, baseball, and basketball have higher injury rates, 15 to 25% more than that of archery. Now, I'm not saying that the sport does not have its dangers. Every year, there's approximately 4,300 archery-related injuries regarding emergency room care, basically because the abrasion from the bow string or the arrow. So today I'd like to discuss the importance of caring for your bow and how to properly handle it. So basically we'll start with the string. So you're gonna have, here's the cams, you're gonna have your string here and then here. So this one's it's starting to fray a little bit, so I just gotta wax it up. So you're gonna want to purchase wax. It's not candle wax per se, but it's bowstring wax. You can get it at your archery store, and they can set you up with it all if you decide to purchase a bow. So you're just gonna apply the wax here, and then put it on, and then just do as I'm doing with your fingers, and it'll make your strings last longer. And so basically, if I'm gonna go out and shoot today, what I'm gonna look for, I want to make sure there's no frays. Make sure the string's not splitting. And then I'm gonna make sure all my hardware's there. The screws, the cotter pins, or not cotter, but the retaining clips are all there. And then there's gonna be some screws on your cams. And you want to ensure that those are not missing, because say you go to draw your bow back and for some reason your string will come off or your strings, you draw it back and it's frayed and your string snaps and smacks you in the face, or it could hurt your arm. So I guess next we will talk about proper attire for archery. Now, you don't want to run around wearing your hood like the Green Arrow guy on TV, so you want to make sure you don't have a hoodie on or a scarf. Get the scarf caught in there and then choke yourself. So just no loose sleeve clothing so you don't get it caught in the string or the cams. So next we'll just go ahead and inspect, make sure all the screws are tight on the limbs, or just not loose. You don't want to adjust them without it being on a bow press or having a professional do it. And so we will go with the arrows now. So this arrow doesn't have a tip on it. This one's ready to shoot. It's good. You want to do this is what is called as a flex test with these new carbon arrows. It's like fiberglass where they can splinter off. So you want to flex test them before you shoot them, and you just simply bend it. You don't hear any cracking, so it's good. Oh, it's good. Alright, now I just have a couple bad arrows just to demonstrate. This one missed the target, so it's cut off. So you don't want to try and put a tip in there and shoot this one. And then it doesn't have the knock, which is the difference. This is what goes onto the bow. And then here's a perfect arrow, and then this is the field tips. This is what you will practice with. You just screw them in there. And again, I want to emphasize doing the flex test, because as soon as you shoot this arrow, it's going to be, if you do a slow motion camera, Google it, you can check it out, it's pretty cool. But this arrow is just going to be like a worm, bending and twisting as it's going towards its target. So if it's cracked and frayed or any way, it's going to split, and it could hit your hand or just blow up, pretty much like it would blow up in your face. So there's that arrow, and then here's one. You want to, especially if you say you hit a concrete wall or something, your field tip is going to be pushed into the arrow. Now you don't want to reuse this. This arrow is bad, but like I said, here's an example. Alright, so next, safety will be, you want to ensure your rest is clear, free of objects. And this is where we're going to grab a good arrow. We'll sit. Okay, so it's free moving. I'm not going to draw it back here just for safety reasons in my house. So anytime you decide you want to draw your bow and arrow back, make sure it's just like a gun. You treat it as a gun. It's pointed in a safe direction in a safe area. So the next we'll talk about is whenever you draw your bow back, you want to make sure that your forearm is in a good area. That way, whenever you pull back, it won't smack you. And also, you want to make sure it's level. Your hand's not like this. You want to have the string up against your cheek. If you go like this and you let go, you're pulling this string over and it can come off these cams, and therefore the bow will snap on you. Well, that's pretty good there. So that's safety, or that's safe. Like I said, never point it. It's treat it as a gun. You never want to point it in a direction with a bow, arrow on it, and shoot in a bad area. Oh, one last thing. You never want to pull it back and let go with no arrow on there. It's called dry firing, and that could break your limbs or just pretty much make your bow explode. These are under high pressure. So I guess we will conclude there, and remember, if it's a fun sport and a safe sport, just know your regulations and where to shoot, how to do it, and what you need to do. I hope I helped you out here, and have a good day.